What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the Civilization 5 Great Britain AI only battle. I hope you're enjoying it so far. This is going to be the final what is it? Not episode, but episode before the results. That's what we should say. And then we'll do the results next episode, and then obviously I'll show you what happens at turns 400, 450, 500. It's running quite quick, so we may even get to go beyond that. I don't want to promise anything, you know, mods can break and stuff. But yeah, we should be able to get that far. But today, we will get to turn 350, but we won't be looking at the info addicts as we have been doing in some of the previous episodes. That will come in the next one when we do the results. But here we go, we see some battles, and it is the Celts regaining one city. But Norway has actually stolen away Rennes from the Celts, which is probably annoying, because Tyrone did a lot of the work by the look of it. The Celts do have a settler that may just escape, or not. Nope, it's dead. Rip. Scotland is also still going after the Celts. They are trying to grab Douglas here, and Tyrone did retake Iona here. So there we go, that's a pretty good take for them. Tyrone has definitely emerged as a strong contender. Lots of cities in the last episode in particular. We'll see if they can continue to add to their success here. Oh, Norway, they are struggling a bit here, but you'd think they'd pick off these ironclads next turn. I think they could get it done, even if they only have privateers. I mean, the Galeas is an easy target. Don't think England's helping them. Obviously, that submarine could have done some good stuff, but that's not helping. But England is on a bit of a comeback. They are holding on to London for now. They gained Manchester and Liverpool last episode, and Leeds. Yeah, I think they gained Leeds last episode too. A lot happens in an episode, so England is definitely on a bit of the comeback trail, which is quite exciting. They're almost the opposite of Tyrone. Tyrone has lots of medium cities. England has very few cities, but the original ones at least are all massive. 26 here, Greenwich, the minimum. I mean, obviously London's small. It's been in wars, but even these ones are now starting to grow. Although Liverpool may struggle a little bit without many tiles. International games, 42% complete. We'll see. I mean, they're not international. It will just be the Great British Games. We'll see. We'll see who founds those pretty soon. Obviously, the Bretons are coming back, but for now, I fancy England to keep this. I think England will do better than them. I don't know. Maybe it's just the bias, but England. Yeah, there you go. Maybe I think England are going to do good still. I think they could be still a very big contender in this game. Scotland is almost certainly going to get this city if they can put a melee unit close enough for enough turns to survive. That is the one question. And Cork is going to fall almost certainly to Tyrone, although Norway has a unit here. Yeah, I'd imagine this goes Tyrone unless the Celts somehow kill these units. Yeah, Tyrone's got this. They are making inroads into the north of Scotland, that's for sure. But yeah, at least if Scotland gets Douglas, that will probably see the beginning of the end for the Celts. Maybe they start to crumble. Cork has now fallen, so yeah, another blow, and now Tyrone's landing more units. You could see the Celts collapsing pretty quickly. They're starting to run out of units. I mean, especially if Scotland get a hold of Douglas here, they can make some quick progress. This city's the capital is luckily fairly safe, but it's going to get rough. At least Tyrone is going to struggle to get much more. Getting to this city is quite hard, and again, there's some mountains here. But yeah, Scotland could maybe push them over the edge. But that said, Scotland's looking very open right now. So if England's a bit busy, but Wales could definitely invade Scotland. That would be quite an interesting fight, because Wales would easily get Lancaster and Leicester down here. So yeah, it's still very open, this game. We've never seen a civ like be settled with just loads of units like we usually do. It's always just a few random ones. I guess Tyrone maybe will get no, not really. This is still all empty. It's very much cyclical who has good stuff. Some will have it and then they'll use it and then they'll have to rebuild. There's no one's just been sat there the whole time with loads of cool stuff. And Scotland does grab Douglas here, so that's another blow to the Celts as the World's Congress becomes the United Nations. Still no embargoes, so at least they're avoiding that. There's not many countries, so embargoes maybe don't make sense. Norway does now have planes. I wonder if Norway would kill Denmark. That would be quite interesting. Did Denmark spawn here? Now I'm trying to think. Did I move them? Was this their actual spawn? Because that would explain the whole, are they even supposed to, is this actually Denmark question. I think it is. It's placed pretty not great. like, obviously, you know, France is like here and stuff, and the Netherlands, you'd think that's a lot, that is a lot closer than Denmark is, but in terms of like the height on the map, this was about where Denmark should be, so I guessed it was Denmark and not like the Netherlands or somebody. Here we go, we do have the international games. Denmark declared war on Scotland in the background. That's a bit of a random one, but there you go. Tyrone gets the gold. So what do they get? They get a tourism increase of 100% for 20 turns. And a free social policy. That's quite nice. Free happiness with the city-states doesn't matter. And also, but, yeah, the free happiness is nice both times. But the increase for city-states is not worth so much. So it's 3 happiness there. 6 happiness, I should say, for all of these civs. It was at Wales, the Britons, Norway, and Scotland. The Celts then get 3 happiness. England did not really try at all. But fair enough, you don't have to. No pressure. Still a battle going on for London. It looks like the Britons have the advantage now, but I do see tanks, which is always cool. England doing their bit to defend. They don't have any planes, so that must be a lack of oil? Well, no, not really. They have battleships and tanks. Oh no, they do have a plane over here, but not many. Maybe just a lack of oil. Oh wow. The Britons with 4 atomic bombs. Fair enough. Oh, a new city for Brittany. Finally. Took them long enough. They could have settled there the whole time, but no, waited till now. They could have had like a 20 pop city or something there. Or at least like maybe a 15, I don't know. But they just waited. Either way, it doesn't matter too much. London is getting close to flipping back to the Britons. But yeah, the Britons have 5 atomic bombs. I mean, I haven't looked at anyone else to see if anyone else has them. Wales doesn't. England does not. They just found some more planes that I obviously missed. Sorry about that. Tyrone, do you have nukes? Nope. Don't think so. Scotland doesn't have any. Maybe. No. So yeah, Wales must be doing quite good tech-wise. No, sorry, not Wales. Britons to have a nuke. Say to have a nuke, they have 5. Maybe they have the only source of uranium or something. That would be pretty unlikely, but you never know. I mean, I guess so. Right, London does fall back to the Britons, and it is a comeback, a turn of comebacks, because the Celts also retake Douglas off of Scotland. Although Scotland coming right back in with a lot of troops, so maybe the Celts invested too much into this, because Norway's still causing them problems to the north. Tyrone is slowly trying to force their way through as well. So we'll see how that goes for them. And St. Ives does fall to Tyrone. There we go, boom. So that was pretty easy. But yeah, obviously the more of these outskirt cities that fall, the more units that will be solely focused on the Celts over here, which is a concern. If you are the Celts, that's not what you want to see. And yeah, Douglas should fall again. You'll probably lose a couple of units in the process as well. So all round, not a good time to be the Celts. We may be heading towards just 5 civs left in the main 2 islands. Sorry. Yeah, 5. Yeah, there's... No, sorry. 5 on England and Scotland Island and Wales. You know what I mean. There's 5 on the big island. Tyrone is then separate number 6. So they would be down to 5 like big ones and then the 3 smaller ones around the outside. Doesn't matter too much, but there we go. We got there in the end. Norway with their unique boats, the Panzer skips. It's pretty cool. England is trading with Denmark. Interesting. Denmark has just entered the modern era. That's something. It's better than nothing. You got to start somewhere. Keep going, Scotland. You reach for the stars. Anything's possible. Denmark, I should say. Oh, we got trolled hard there. I thought that was going to be something good. Brittany v Scotland, though. Not so good. Not so good. Wales. Okay, there we go. That's it. It warmed us up. That's what it was doing. Wales versus Scotland. This is big for Scotland. This is very big for Wales as well. If Wales... It's probably not going to happen, right? But if they completely killed Scotland, that would just change the whole dynamic of this game. It's probably not going to happen, but it would be insane if Wales just steamrolled their way through. I mean, this area is very exposed. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a Scotland-Celts peace deal, as Scotland has to rush back down here. Because, yeah, I mean, it's going to take a few turns, because this is a lot of space for Wales to cover. It's going to take a few turns before things even begin. But they do have some planes and stuff, so they can start to soften them up before they even get over there. And of course they can be relatively safe knowing that England and the Britons, their 2 main rivals down in the east and south, are fighting each other. So, yeah, good move from Wales. They were pretty much the only one not involved in a war somewhat, so made sense. Not sure Brittany was the best ally, but gotta do what you gotta do. Alright, what is next? What's next to happen? It's only time 3:15. The game has slowed down quite a bit. It's okay. We should make it through sort of in half an hour. Good timing today. That's alright. Where is it? We're quarter of the way. Okay, no, we've fallen behind that estimate. What's going on? It is slowing down quite a bit, obviously. That's okay. It doesn't matter too much. We should get to 350 today. Don't worry. We'll get there. It is slowing down, though. Don't know why. I guess there's just more units, more stuff going on. Denmark is taking years to have their turn. The Celts' turn is very quick, as is the Britons. Brittany, that's a little slow. England, nice and quick. We like that. They did just lose London again. Norway's turn's taking quite a while. I guess they're moving a lot of stuff all over the place. Scotland, are you going to take a lot? What are they going to do? I think it's because peace deals, negotiating peace deals does sometimes slow it down, I think. And obviously trade deals as well, I guess, a sort of similar thing. So yeah, I'm not sure if negotiating peace maybe slows it down a bit. No progress yet from Wales. Oh, I did not mean to click on you. Goodbye. Oh, some citadels going down here. Is this one already here? I feel like Wales had more of this and England put this here, but I'm not sure. They retake England again. That is bad. Go away. Ignore that. That's not broken at all. Brittany is being attacked, but I don't know who by. I'm guessing it's these planes. Oh, no, those are nukes. I don't know who. They just seem to have damage bubbles popping up. Oh, these planes. Oh, no, those are nukes as well. I don't know what's going on. That is very risky. Those two nukes could easily be lost if that carrier sinks. Not sure why you would just leave them sat there. Why is Denmark taking so long every turn? What are you doing? I assume it's nothing to do with Denmark, but they are really slowing us down. Any last minute settlers around the map? Not that I can see. Not just yet. Just sort of scrolling around. I don't have much to say right now. We're just waiting for some of these wars to either heat up. You know, Wales v Scotland's not really got underway yet, or Scotland to make more progress against the Celts. I mean, this one is just constantly fighting for London. So we're just sort of coasting through. Oh, okay, wow. Scotland actually turned this around very quickly. Okay, well, this will be big. If Scotland get this, I think they'll start to make some more progress. Will they get it? Yes, the paratroopers are there, so they should get this turn. And they do. Eboracon, however you pronounce that, does fall into Scotland's hands. And now we wait as Denmark embarks on another turn. Come on, Denmark. You know you want to do this. You are in a race against the clock, Denmark, to get the video out on time. No pressure. It's 4:01, and the videos normally go out at 5. So it's gonna be a tight one. We fell behind a bit this week on the schedule, but it's okay. But I can't remember why. It's because we were setting this one up for so long last weekend. That's why. I mean, it's not even just this one. This one wasn't too hard to set up, but there was obviously all the civs that didn't work. Had to move those guys. And then there was another game that didn't work before this one, so you know that's why. So I didn't make as many at the weekend, and now I obviously can only make them so much in the week. I can only do like one a day, and I was one day behind, so I could never quite catch up, which is why yesterday's was late, and today's maybe late if it doesn't speed up. I mean, it's probably going to be a bit late, but not as late as yesterday. I'm not too worried about it. I mean, AI only every day. I don't think anyone's complaining. So, it's all good. And the results episode is next, which is a nice and easy one to record. Anyway, the problem is I'm then going to have to, like, obviously not speed through, but record the rest of this one. And then all of a sudden, we've got to do a new one again. So, I need to somehow drag out the next few episodes of this one. England completes the Pentagon. They have not retaken London yet. Worth noting. Wales, that is just not going well at all, is it? Nope. But Scotland is making lots of progress now, with the help of Tyrone, as England does retake London. And Norway's about to grab a city. So, oh no, they lost this one. But 3 cities about to go, and Scotland sneaks in ahead of Tyrone to take Aberystwyth here. It looked like it was Tyrone bound, but now it's Scotland. This is when Tyrone just attacks Scotland and takes it anyway. Wouldn't surprise me, but I think they won't do that this turn anyway. Good to see Tyrone being denied some of the territory. As I said, Norway should grab this city here, Ramsey. So that should be pretty easy for them. Tyrone pieces out with the Celts, and the Celts gave them the best city that was sort of left, apart from the capital, Nantes. That's pretty big. I mean, it's kind of awkward for Tyrone. I mean, it's not like they get access exactly to this ocean, but there we go. Norway has also gained another city, so Norway coming on strong. I'm liking it from Norway. They've really come into the game, and there we go. Scotland get this city back. So the Celts now down to 3 cities, which means they have the least, or joint least, with, no, Denmark has 4, so they do now have the least. Oh no, Brittany has 3, but Brittany's 3 are maybe a bit better. But yeah, the Celts capital. I mean, if Scotland they may as well keep going for this. They've kept Wales has not really gone for it, and they've kept Wales at bay. So yeah, you may as well just keep on chipping away. You can get the job done, Scotland. This is gonna be big for the results. The Celts obviously falling off. Who is going to be that top 5 civs? Tyrone looks like they're nailed on to maybe be number 1. Scotland will be in there. Celts probably not anymore. England, Wales, Britons, what order? Bretons, I should say. No, yeah, Britons, but the units are called Bretons. This is so confusing. The Britons, England and Wales and Scotland, what order will those 4 lie in? And then obviously Norway could probably sneak into the top 5 if something else happens, right? I'm not sure they're quite there, but if another one of these 3 maybe was to die, it would be a very quick collapse, and it would have to be very exciting because it would have to happen in this episode. But yeah, Norway could maybe sneak in. Denmark, sadly, I think they're sort of, their race is run. As same goes for Brittany. But, you never know. Maybe there's a miracle. Or if just loads of civs die, if Tyrone just goes on the rampage and kills like 3 other civs, then maybe Brittany can sneak in. Or Denmark can sneak in. Seems unlikely, but you never know. Here we go. We're halfway through. It's only taken 18 minutes. We're actually going to go way over if that keeps up. But never mind. World's Fair, 34% towards completion. It'll probably be done next turn. The AI can contribute some ridiculous amounts when they want to. Right, here we go, Scotland. Are you going to keep going after this? I would love to see them do it. Yeah, it looks like they are going to go for the capital, which seems smart. It will be the hardest siege yet, but if you can pull it off, it will all be worth it. Wait, Denmark's turn takes longer than everyone else's combined. Make it make sense, please. How is that even possible? How on earth can... Oh, wait, what is... Someone finally settled in Kent. And it was the Danes. There we go, they arrived. They settled something. The Viking invaders have well and truly arrived now. That is pretty cool. There we go. And London once again falling. I'm not sure why this is broken, by the way. I'm just guessing it's something to do. Maybe they have a unique plane. I don't know. No, Henry VIII wouldn't have a unique plane, right? I don't know. Whatever they have, it's maybe just a glitch, but it's fine. I'm sure it's nothing super powered. There's not like 14. Also, it's a frigate? Oh no, there is a carrier underneath. It's just some sort of bug. I wouldn't be too worried. I don't think it's not like some nuclear bomber that is just a bomber unit that drops nuclear blasts. Although that would be pretty cool unit idea. Like a mini nuke plane, but instead of, the regular bomber. That would be kind of cool. It just drops mini tactical nukes that maybe do like 25% or 10% city damage in one hit. That would be pretty cool. Or maybe have to recharge them or something. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. Tyrone has now declared war on the Britons, which I don't think will be for Cornwall. Although they... Oh no, I didn't even see this. Tyrone has settled down here. But yeah, I think this is mainly for this city, right? That's Tyrone getting everything in Ireland. Here we go. Gold award for Wales this time. They get the culture increase. and the free social policy and the points of the Golden Age. Tyrone, these are the Tyrone, Scotland, and Britain's will get those, but will miss out on the culture boost. And then it is just the Golden Age points for Denmark, England, and the Celts. Nothing for Brittany or Norway. Surprised Norway didn't even try. I mean, the Celts is not even on this list. They just... Oh no, they are. Sorry, Celts. Just missed over you there. You are still around, and they are going to lose their capital. That's rough. That's not good. London is just changing every turn, so there's no point looking at that right now. Maybe they will unite, England and the Britons, to kick Denmark out. Maybe they will unite in their rivalry to face the bigger threat of the Danes. But yes, the Celts should lose this, and I think the rest is kind of writing on the wall. Norway could definitely contribute more to going after Inverness. Maybe this city's safe because of the peace deal with Tyrone. But yeah, Scotland should get this. They can't mess this up, surely. Surely, Scotland. Please. It's probably not going to be this turn, but hopefully, yeah, this infantry should surely wrap it up next turn. Grab this capital city, and that will be a huge boost to Scotland in the results. So we'll see. 21 turns left for any last-minute drama. Who's going to boost their score a little bit more? Tyrone's still yet to conquer this, but they're getting there. Nothing yet from the Britons over here. Ooh, this city's got low. Again, no idea how. I guess these artillery just pummeled it from a distance. There we go. The Celts do lose their capital as Wales continues to make no progress against Scotland. Scotland, great decision. I would have probably panicked and gone back and defended against Wales. But look, Wales has done pretty much nothing, and Scotland has gained 3 cities in that time since that war broke out. So yeah, Scotland... I think Scotland might be second now. I think they've probably done enough. Maybe I'm wrong, but definitely having another capital really helps. That comes with a lot of different bonuses in the info addicts. So there you go. Maybe Scotland is going to sneak into second place. I think Tyrone is winning. Again, I don't want to spoil... it's not a spoiler. I don't know, but we looked at 300. I would say they were probably winning. But yeah, it does look like Scotland are now strongly in second, which is really cool. Because they started really badly, and they were one of the broken civs, and they started this game kind of broken. Right, they moved their units around, but they weren't doing too much with the settlers. But you know, now they're doing stuff. It's great. I mean, the map is now full, so we're going to see probably a bit more. Tyrone, there we go. They kicked the Britons out of Ireland. Still, London remains with England for now, but obviously the peace deal will probably decide this. Neither of these civs are going to kill each other, and the problem is, I don't know if Wales is capable of it either, because they're not really, you know, giving us much encouragement that they could, you know, they can't even get these easy to get to Scotland cities, so not too much encouragement. The Britons have peaced out with England. London will remain with England, and now they are both free to focus on other things. To be honest, I would recommend teaming up and killing Wales. That'd probably be easy for you. Inverness does go to Norway, which leaves the Celts with 1 city remaining. There we go. How is that scoreboard going to look? Have Norway done enough to catch one of the top 5? I don't think so. I think they will be 6th, but you know, they played a part in killing the Celts. They just need one more civ to die, like a Britons or a Wales or an England, and they would have a chance. I think Scotland and Tyrone are probably a bit too big to die at this point, but I don't even know. Someone small. England is possible. It is feasible. You could kill them. They don't have too many cities. Leeds is now at 27. That's gaining at like 1 person or 1 population every 2 turns. That's insane. Manchester at 20. Hastings 39. York 40. Hampton 30. Greenwich still at 26. If London can start to grow back now, then England is certainly going to be up there on the population, despite Tyrone's size. I mean, no, Tyrone's winning everything. Well, there you go. That's all you needed to know in the victory. Oh no, the Britons have the best technology. And obviously approval doesn't matter too much, although Scotland's is not looking great. Right, here we go. Great firewall for England. That will protect their technologies. I'm not sure. It's not that isn't useful, but in this game, it seems like everyone's really close on tech in this game, so maybe it's not too big a deal in this game. Is there going to be... Yeah, the Celts are going to die. Who's it going to be? I'm guessing it's going to be Norway. They have nearer melee units. But, you know, Scotland could find a way around. Denmark's everlasting long turn. Right, here we go. We're getting through this. 25 minutes done. It's fine. We'll do a long episode, which means it will be late. But you're getting a long episode, so it's a fair thing. And the thing is, I always say, I'm saying it will be late. There's going to be people watching it like tomorrow who have no care in the world that it was a few hours late. I don't know. If you actually, let me know in the comments if you've watched this far into this video, which is amazing, and you actually you wait for them, and at 5 o'clock, like, you would notice if it wasn't out, then let me know. Thank you. And if there's loads of you, I'll make sure it never happens again. But if you're all like, oh no, it's fine, then we don't know. I don't want to be late. It's just like I said, this week got a bit messy last weekend setting this one up. There isn't really a set time. I'm trying to post every day, so as long as I get something out. But yeah, I mean, if I can get it out for 5, that is my aim. UK time, which is 6 in Europe-ish, depending on where you are. I was still shocked to find out that Lisbon is not ahead, or is behind. I'm getting very confused. Lisbon is level. That was a big discovery last week. Not so much a discovery. I thought it was ahead, and was annoyed that it was ahead because it was like level with London on a map. But then I found out it's not ahead, so it was all a waste of time. Anyway, while I was rambling on, the Celts have completely died. Sorry, Celts. You tried your best. Actually, do they have anything random? Just, no, nothing. Nothing. Another city for Tyrone. They have just gone ham, getting all that remaining land. Kent is going to fill up pretty quickly now. So what is next? We're sort of out of wars right now, obviously, with the death. I'm assuming we're going to get another one between somebody in this last 10 turns. Spice it up. We will focus on the Welsh-Scotland front line. But as I've said, Wales not really making much of a good effort here. I bet England is just salivating at the idea of conquering Birmingham here, because 35 pop and Tamworth as well at 28. Those would be amazing to add to this stable of already mega cities they have. I feel like we might see England try it. I don't know. Wait, I thought you guys pieced out. I guess they're still nervous of each other. England v Denmark, that could be a pretty obvious mini war we get. It looks like the Britons may kill some more of Brittany, which I know it doesn't seem like much, but right now, with 11 turns left till we do the results, every bit of info addict score, points, technology you can get, every city you can get, every bit of land area, every unit, every population, it all matters. Great works if it's a capital, that sort of stuff, or even if it isn't. I mean, all that sort of stuff matters. Tourism, it's all there. Food production, every little bit you can get right now does really matter as we enter this final 10 turns. Who will prevail? Well, I think Tyrone has prevailed, but I'm not going to say anything. Info addicts can throw up some crazy results, but I think Tyrone has probably won. The only way they make... The thing is, if there's a clear second place civ as well, that's when things get interesting. And I'll explain this while there's not too much going on. So, the result system we'll use, there's not 10 civs like normals, there will only be 5. So if Tyrone wins a category, right, they will get 5 points. And then the one that comes second will get 4 points. Now, if every step of the way, Tyrone comes first, and let's say Scotland, because I think it might be Scotland who has the best chance of doing this. Scotland gets 4 points every step of the way. Tyrone is only getting 1 point further ahead on each category. Now, if there are some random categories where Tyrone somehow, probably not going to happen, but, somehow scores 0 points, and Scotland wins those categories, Scotland gets a 5-point jump over Tyrone, because Tyrone got 0, Scotland got 5. So there is a chance where a civ is, like, repetitively first and second, and then the first place one just has some really bad statistics. Now, in this game, it's less likely, because there's only 7 civs, or 8 civs left. So it's very unlikely Tyrone would have a bad statistic. They're probably going to be in the top 5 for all of them. So it's not so important. But if you can imagine in some of the other games we do on world maps, it can actually have a difference. There have been cases where civs have just leapfrogged. We've had some where the results like first and second were very close, because second place won a few times when first place just hadn't focused on something at all, like had terrible culture, that sort of stuff. So it is possible. It's very unlikely in this game, I would say, but it is possible. The main reasons it's unlikely is I think Tyrone will be in the top 5 almost every single time, and I also do think I'm not sure Scotland is good enough to be second every time and first in the times they're not second. And it might not even be Scotland, yeah. I guess an England or a Wales could also do it. I haven't looked at the info addicts, but I think these four will be too interlinked, like too much of a mess. It's more of an interesting fight between these four, south, east, west, and north, essentially, than it is Tyrone, who are separate. That's how I'm looking at it. I think Tyrone's one. It's whether Scotland wins, Wales wins, England, or the Britons comes. Sort of what is the order between those four will be quite exciting. Right now, I really don't know. Like I said, I'd probably lean to Scotland coming second, just because we know they have some good underlying categories. They got a lot of wonders, which obviously we can't see right now. I'm sure their military will be okay in 7 turns. They have a lot of land. You know, they're okay. They got some big cities too. But Wales, they seem stronger and like tough. But I mean, I was gonna say not so big. I mean, they've still got big cities, but not England big. But then England has a lot of population and food. But yeah, Wales probably has the production. Yes, they definitely have the production. Look at all those mines. It's hard to tell. And the Britons, they could be anywhere. We know they're leading on technology, or they were a few turns ago. But they're not as good farm-wise as England. They're not as good production-wise as the Welsh. They're kind of in the middle, right? So it's going to be a mess. I don't know. I'd say the Britons probably are 5th place behind England and Wales. But again, I have no idea. Maybe they're not. They seem like they were started so well when they killed off Cornwall. But who knows? Tyrone is invading them as well, which could mess things up even further for them. Especially in the next 6 turns. That would suck if they lost a few cities here. This one's probably going to go, I'm afraid. There's no melee units, maybe not, but I mean this destroyer is in theory in range. It didn't go for it, but in theory it's here now. It was in range, or was very close, right? It doesn't matter. Next turn they'll probably get it. 5 turns remaining to change up the scores. We are, I think Tyrone v the Britons is the only war. Oh no, Wales is still fighting Scotland, but with no real progress at all being made. Oh, I forgot about this one. The Britons actually, maybe this is their chance. They're still going after Brittany, which sucks. That probably puts Brittany in last behind Denmark. Well, they probably were there anyway, but you know, that guarantees it. And Tyrone should now grab some cities. Oh, nope, they just missed out somehow. I guess 125 defense is fairly high, so it looks like this destroyer did attack. It was in sort of green, and that, unless it got attacked by the city. But regardless, they should get it, you'd imagine. Britons, peace out with Brittany. So Brittany will survive till the end unless something crazy happens. Anything else? Denmark still... I wonder if we'd see Denmark kill Norway. It's the sort of thing that will happen once we push beyond the results, I think. With more technology. Once we get to a point where Norway can like have their planes in Norway and just bomb Denmark. Yeah, at that point seems reasonable. We'll just have more boats. Norway's definitely going to get stronger. This territory continues to grow at a good rate. As long as Tyrone doesn't invade them, obviously. 3 turns to go. It's all heating up. Oh, England, why? Why have you... You've made us wait and just... You fought over London for so long. This will be interesting. I mean, if Birmingham was to fall, it would be huge. If Birmingham fell to England as the info addicts, as we hit the results, I mean, that would be huge. But yeah, Wales now has to fight Scotland and England. This could really be messy for final 3 turns. And it does set us up for a really exciting time after the final few turns. Like I said, we'll just do results at 350 for the shout-out. It doesn't matter too much. You know, we're going to go on beyond that anyway, so don't worry. And Tyrone does take this off the Britons. So maybe their score will continue to decline. It is going to be very open. I really don't know. These 4 civs in particular could really give us an interesting results for the top 5. But there we go. Scotland's turn. They're going to give us something big. Probably just a peace deal. I wonder if they could get a good peace deal with Wales. Probably not. Wales's turn. I feel like Wales and England are too strong. They actually both look pretty good here. England have got a nice group of units. Wales a bit more spread out, but it looks like they do have a lot more. But they are fighting Scotland as well. I think Wales, maybe we've underestimated Wales on the basis they've messed this war with Scotland up so badly. I think the England war could be a bit easier for them. I think England is fine as well, but I don't know. I think Wales, they're probably going to score better than I've ranked them. I've just been biased because they've lost this war so badly. Well, not lost it, but they've just not really done anything well. So I think that's maybe bias against them. You know, they're not rubbish. They're going to be up there. They have looked really good all game. But there we go, that is the final turn. It is just processing the final civs. Are any cities going to change hands here to wrap this one up? Not unless Denmark pulls off a miracle one-turn siege. So there we go. As always, if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe as well if you are new to the channel. And we will do the results next time. So yeah, thank you oh, that is a lot of Scotland. That is all for this episode. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.